As well as being considered two of the best players of all time, Pele and Lionel Messi are legends who will go down in history for their unique talents. But have you ever wondered which of them stands out more in each skill? In this video, you'll see a fierce battle between Pele and Messi. Shots and goals. Everyone knows that the two footballing geniuses scored a lot of goals in their careers, but which of them has the best ability to finish and score? Lionel Messi, for example, is a player recognized for his exceptional ability to shoot, managing to adapt to different situations on the pitch. He is considered one of football's greatest goal scorers, with an extraordinary ability to shoot and score goals. Although the Argentinian is naturally a left-footed player, he can be just as skillful with his right foot as with his left, allowing him to score goals from any position or angle. When it comes to his shooting technique, Lionel Messi is known for having incredible precision in his shots, both in terms of direction and power, which often results in spectacular free-kick goals. And it's no wonder that throughout his career, the Argentinian idol has scored an impressive 805 goals in just 1024 games, with an excellent average of almost 79 goals every 100 games, a figure that shows just how much he excels in this area of the game. Pele, for his part, is considered one of the best strikers of all time. He had an extraordinary shooting technique with both his right and left foot and was able to score goals from any angle and any distance. Pele also had an excellent ability to position himself, which allowed him to always be in the right place at the right time. Although there are controversies about his number of goals, considering only official matches, FIFA reckons that he has scored 762 goals in 825 matches, an impressive 93 goals every 100 games. And Science King Pele's conversion rate is higher than his opponent. He wins this round. Awards. Both stars have won many awards during their careers, but which one is the most successful player in football? Lionel Messi, for example, is considered one of the most honored players in the history of football, having won many titles and individual awards during his career. He has already won 8 Ballon d'Or awards, making him the player with the most awards of all time. In FIFA's newly created The Best Award, the Argentinian star has won 3 times. Messi has also won important titles with Barcelona, including 10 La Liga titles, 4 UEFA Champions League titles, and 3 FIFA Club World Cups. As for the Argentina national team, Messi managed to win the coveted World Cup in 2022, which was the last major title missing from his career. Meanwhile, Pelé was one of the most honored athletes in history, starting with the Ballon d'Or. Although at the time only European players competed, in 2015, the list of winners was revised using the current rules, which saw Pelé awarded 7 Ballons d'Or. Playing for the clubs he played for, the Brazilian won 2 Copa Libertadores and 2 Intercontinental Cups. As for World Cups, Pele is by far the most honored player of all time, having won 3 World Cups for Brazil. And it's no coincidence that the king of football has already been voted the best footballer of the 20th century by FIFA. All in all, there's no doubt that Pele was the most honored player. Passing. Both football stars were exceptional players, but which of them has the best ability to make accurate passes? The star Pelé, for example, was a player with incredible passing ability. He was especially skillful at short and medium passes, using his technique to dribble past opponents and provide beautiful passes. The Brazilian also excelled at long-distance passing, especially in counter-attacking situations for his team. Pelé also had a good ability to pass the ball in pressurized situations. Lionel Messi, for his part, has passing as one of his main characteristics. He's a maestro when it comes to distributing the ball with precision, with an incredible ability to place the ball exactly where he wants it, whether it's a short pass to his close teammates or a long throw to surprise and open up the opposition's defense. Another notable characteristic is his vision of the game, being able to anticipate the movements of his teammates, which makes him capable of making precise passes even before his teammates are completely free to receive the ball. According to the Champions League 2023 statistics, the Argentinian made 362 passes in just 7 games with an accuracy of 85.6%, an average of 51 passes per game with an excellent accuracy rate, considering that he also managed to deliver 5 crosses. In FIFA, Messi has a passing ability score of 92, while Pele stands out more with a score of 93, as Pele has better statistics in this area points to him. Endurance. In terms of endurance, both players are exceptional, but who had the best physical capacity to endure playing for long periods? Lionel Messi, for example, is a very talented and dedicated athlete whose physical endurance is fundamental to his dynamic style of play. He is known for his incredible skill on the pitch, managing to move well throughout the match. Based on Champions League 2023 statistics, Messi ran 54.7 kilometers in 7 matches, an average of 7.8 kilometers run per match, a distance traveled per match that is considered average. On the other hand, football was very different in Pele's day. Although he had good physical stamina, this wasn't the main physical characteristic required by players on the pitch. That's because, in his day, a footballer only covered an average of around 4 kilometers per game. Lionel Messi wins this round! Assists. Both football legends were extremely skillful and creative players, but which of them had the best ability to provide good assists? Lionel Messi, for example, has exceptional vision and ball control, managing to create unique moves for his teammates. He's a very collaborative player with his teammates, often choosing to pass the ball skillfully and intelligently to a teammate rather than trying to score himself. Throughout his spectacular footballing career, the Argentinian has recorded around 356 assists in 1024 games, making him the player with the most assists in history. Analyzing his conversion rate, Messi has an average of almost 35 assists per 100 games, a figure that shows his excellent ability in this area of the game. King Pele, on the other hand, was able to create good moves that resulted in goals for his team. According to some sources, it is estimated that throughout his career, Pele made a total of 362 assists in 825 official games, an average of almost 44 assists every 100 games. A good number of assists, considering that he was a striker and that his main objective was to score goals. So it's clear that the Brazilian wins this round! Dribbles. The two football stars are known the world over for their exceptional skills, but which of them excelled more at dribbling? Pele, for his part, is one of the greatest dribblers in history, pioneering the creation of several dribbles. One of Pele's most iconic dribbles was the nutmeg, in which he passed the ball between his opponent's legs, an effective move to get rid of his markers and show his superiority. Another dribble Pele used a lot was the fake shot, in which he pretended to kick the ball toward goal, but at the last moment, he changed direction. Pele's dribbling repertoire was huge, with moves that combined great technique and agility. Lionel Messi, for his part, is known for his quick and completely unpredictable movements, easily leaving his opponents behind. He has a vast repertoire of dribbles that he uses frequently. One of the Argentinian's most used dribbles is the feint, a technique in which he pretends to go one way and quickly changes direction. Another of Messi's famous dribbles is la croqueta, in which he pulls the ball in the opposite direction and then returns to the initial direction. In FIFA 2023, for example, Messi has a dribbling score of 96, while Pele has a dribbling score of 97. So point for Pele. Speed. The two biggest stars in world football are both agile players on the pitch, but which of them was the fastest? Pele, for example, was an incredibly skillful and agile player on the pitch, but he stood out more for his technical ability, while his speed wasn't the main factor in his style of play. And because he played so long ago, there are no official records of the maximum speed he reached. Lionel Messi, on the other hand, is known for his ball control and changes of direction, making him a difficult player for defenders to mark. According to data from the 2023 Champions League, the Argentinian star recorded a top speed of just 31.1 kilometers per hour, a very reasonable speed for a player of his stature, which is a low figure compared to other players. Messi's great advantage is not his speed, but his incredible ability to run with the ball close to his feet. And because football has evolved and today's players run more, Messi beats his opponent. Strength. When it comes to physical strength, the two players have similar physical characteristics. Lionel Messi, for example, has an unfavorable physique when it comes to physical disputes, standing at 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighing an average of 159 pounds. However, the Argentinian makes up for this with his agility and excellent ability to dribble and evade defenders. King Pele, for his part, had a slight physique and average height, standing at 5 feet 8 inches and weighing around 154 pounds, which put him at a disadvantage in physical contests against defenders. However, the Brazilian star was able to compensate for this lack of strength with his refined and impressive technical ability. Even when faced with tough marking from opposing defenders, Pele was able to overcome them and score goals regularly. As the two have very similar physiques, let's call it a draw. Market value. The two football magnates are considered very famous players, but which one was the most valuable and in demand by clubs? Was the highest paid athlete of his time, with a contract worth $2 million a year, far below the amount players receive today. But according to some estimates, if Pele played today, his salary would be one of the highest in the world. Lionel Messi, on the other hand, despite never having been sold, has already had an estimated market value of 180 million euros, according to websites specializing in the subject. When it comes to his salary, he stands out more. At the time he was playing for PSG, for example, Messi was paid a fixed salary of $45 million, but when added to performance bonuses, he was paid up to $75 million. And although this is a huge fortune, Messi could receive an even bigger salary because he turned down an offer of $440 million a year to play for a club in Saudi Arabia. Currently playing for Inter in Miami, sources estimate that he will receive a salary of around $60 million, but that with a few details in the contract, this figure could be much higher. As Messi is a more valued player on the market, points to him. At the end of this battle, we had 4 points for Messi against 6 points for Pele, making him the champion. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below